everybody. So, today I wanted to talk about cooking with essential oils. So, I'm fairly new to cooking with essential oils. I haven't done it a whole lot, but I find I'm doing it more and more because I actually really like it. So, the type of essential oils I'm talking about cooking with are these from Young Living. They come in the white bottle and they're called vitality oils. These are specifically labeled for ingestion, and which means you can totally cook with them. So here's a couple of things that I have tried here recently. First one is eggs. I love eggs. In fact, we have chickens, so we have lots of eggs. And one of the things I will do for my family is called an brunch braid. So I'll take like a pizza dough or pie crust or whatever I happen to have on hand or feel like making, and I'll spread it out on a pan, and then I'll put bacon or some kind of meat on the bottom, scramble up some eggs with whatever I want, cover the whole thing in cheese, and then literally take the bread, whatever I'm using as a base, and braid it over the top. And that is a great, relatively quickie meal that uses up a lot of eggs. So, I like that meal. We eat that one fairly often. Anyway, so one of the things I tried was a couple of months ago, I forget what it is, Young Living, for their monthly promos, had given out a bunch of these vitality oils and some cooking stuff. And it's like, okay, I can start cooking with my oils. And when I was making one of these egg braids, it takes like 8 eggs. I'm like, you know what? One of the oils they gave me was this one. It was parsley. And I have tried putting fresh parsley in my scrambled eggs before, and it's really good. I don't have any fresh parsley in the house, but I do have this new parsley oil. I'm going to try it. So in like 8 eggs, I put maybe 2 drops of parsley essential oil. Y'all, that was like the best egg braid we had had up until that point. It was so good. So, yeah, I love fresh parsley in my eggs. And I have tried dried parsley. Not the same at all. But the oil tastes really, really good. So about the same way that fresh parsley would. And sorry if I'm a little distracted. Hudson is in my lap right now. So he wanted to be on this video too. And then the other thing I tried here recently with this other oil, this happens to be cilantro. I love cilantro. So I was making a beef stew the other day, and one of the vegetables that I usually use is cilantro. So I use like onion and bell pepper and celery and cilantro and all these good things and saute them down real good, and then add my beef and my vegetables and, season it up the way I want it, and boom, you've got beef stew, right? And serve it over rice, because I'm from Louisiana. We use lots of rice. So I had no cilantro. And so I'm like, okay, I have this brand new cilantro oil that came in, and I'm going to try it. So I made up the beef stew, and when you're adding essential oils, if at all possible, especially something like, oh, bless you, something you're going to cook for a long time over high heat, wait to add your oils. So I waited until the stew was completely cooked, and then I took a toothpick and dipped it in my oil. Now, this is a brand new bottle, so I actually just stuck it in the air hole, which is the big one in the middle. If my bottle would have been less full, I would have actually popped this drop reducer cap, so the plastic cap, off, and dunked my toothpick in that way. Sorry, oh, that smells so good. I love cilantro. But so that's what I did. I just did a toothpick dip in my stew, because I have learned through experience a little bit goes a long way. It does not take much at all. And I wasn't sure how potent cilantro was, because it's a brand new oil to me, and it's a fairly new oil to Young Living. It wasn't one they've had out for very long. So I'm like, okay, I can always add more. I can't take it out. So I did the toothpick dip, and I tasted it. I'm like, okay, it actually needs a little more. So I did another toothpick dip, which is the equivalent of about 1 drop of cilantro, and it was perfect. perfect. I was so excited. I think I also added like some basil because I love basil. If you're not a big basil fan, then you may not want a lot of my beef stew. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm learning to cook with essential oils. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the little flakes and the color that you would from using fresh or dried herbs and vegetables in your cooking, but man, does it pack a lot of flavor. And I am all about some flavor. I'm from South Louisiana. I really don't care how stuff looks. I know some people are big on things looking good as well as tasting good. I'm of the firm opinion, I don't care what it looks like. As long as it tastes good, I will eat it. So that's me. I don't care what it looks like, but it has to taste good. And these essential oils add a ton of flavor to my dishes. So I'm getting more adventuresome in trying it out. Like I used to just add it to spaghetti, the oregano and the basil, and now I'm starting to add to other dishes. So I've got some other oils that I'll be playing with. I've got one called Mountain Savory, which smells like it'll go great with chicken. I've got coriander. I've got like orange oil, which is actually a really amazing in brownies, by the way. If you like chocolate orange, dude, so good. I've put it in different teas and things, but just actually cooking with it, I'm still fairly new to. So I'm excited to start exploring that. So if you guys have a favorite essential oil recipe that you like to put your essential oils in, please let me know because I would love to start trying more. All right, well, I hope this kind of inspired you to try using your essential oils in your cooking. And I will talk with you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.